Welcome back, NRL Fantasy coaches. Round 17 is in the books, and this one was as tough as a lot of major buy rounds. A lot of ranks being made up and lost. For me, 900 points, so I'm pretty happy. I'm moving up the ranks, but hopefully it was a good one for you too. We're just going to go through the top scorers of round 17 here first. Looking at that top 10, the first cab off the rank here is Bradman Best. So 643k, pretty cheap price. Plays round 19, assuming he doesn't make Origin, which he's in great form, but he's probably not going to make the team. Let's say, Latrell, Crichton, it's hard to drop those guys after game two. 354 meters run is nearly a record. That's absolutely monstrous. He had 2 length of the field tries against Parramatta. He had 10 tackle busts in this game, 2 tries, 113 fantasy points is absolutely absurd from Bradman Best. Next up here, Cam McInnes, 89 points, so a good score here. Not a lot of big attacking plays in this performance. He had 52 tackles, 167 meters run, 7 tackle breaks. So it was a real workman-like performance. He had a couple of attacking plays, but overall, this score was one of those scores where if he gets the minutes, he's the kind of guy who could produce this sort of score semi-regularly. So Cam McInnes, if he keeps that spot, yeah, he's red hot, 89 points, 683k, plays around 19. Question is do you view him as a keeper? I think he's just shy of that, and I think we'll want guys like Isaiah Yeo and Payne Haas. So I'm not going to use the trade on McInnes most likely, but if you do go that way, I don't mind it at all. Next up, Jimmy Tedesco, 80 points. This was a monster from James Tedesco. He's priced at 729k, which he's been floating around for a little bit now. He's been in really good form lately as well. In this game, you got 11 tackle busts, 9 line breaks, 286 meters run. He had the try as well. He was everywhere against the Tigers, and he was causing nightmares for them. So with James Tedesco, I think the fact that Joey Manu went off injured helped his fantasy production too. Hopefully Joey's all good, but it meant that James Tedesco was running a lot more of that ball. It wasn't really running through Manu as much as it was for the first 30 minutes. Next up, Mitch Barnett, 79 points, and he's a guy who, he's been in and around the Origin conversation, so he's been a hard one to buy, but he's been on fire through this period. 79 points here, 674k isn't cheap. You got the dual position though, which is really nice. And this game, again, a real workman-like performance. Not a lot of big attacking plays causing this score. So he had 32 tackles, 184 meters run, and 8 tackle busts in this game. Mitch Barnett on fire in this one. Mitch Moses makes number 5 on this list, so scored 2 tries in this game. Parramatta couldn't get the win in this one, but Mitch Moses did everything right. And this on the same week that he put on that performance for the Blues in State of Origin. It is Mitch Moses' season. And I'll tell you what, after the Origin period, he could be a guy that really lights it up down the stretch. The difficulty is that Nathan Cleary comes back soon. So Cleary could be someone you look at instead. Nico Hines is back as well. It's a tough one to pick, but so Mitch Moses, 78 points. This is not out of character for him. 145 run meters is a bit above average there, but 597 kick meters is about normal for Mitch Moses. He handles all the kicking for Parramatta. A bit of a discount price here too. So 695k is quite cheap for Mitch, but hey, you get your keeper half if you wanted to. Issue is he does play Origin in round 19. Notable mentions here too. So a couple of guys around that 70 mark. Obviously, Reed Marnie, 78 points, is up above the rest. We had Matty Burton with 70 points back in the halves. He played in the centers last week, which is a big mistake in my mind. Came back to the half spot where he's one of the most dominant playmakers in the league. We had Jerome Hughes. This run of form continues for him. 69 points, massive game. 69 for Jaden Sewer back out from Origin as well. He was putting on a show in that offload he created for the try. Very, very clean. And last one here, James Fisher-Harris. So obviously a lot of Penrith players resting from this one. Fisher-Harris has been stepping up all through this Origin period. I'd say he'll cool off after the Origin period, but if you got him through this period, you're riding high as well. Anyway, that is the top scorers for round 17. Hopefully a lot of these guys are in your team, and hopefully you're flying up the ranks. If not, we'll look at the best buys. We'll look at the crazy picks as well next week. And hopefully we get some good picks so that we can all move up the ranks. I'll see you on the next one, guys.